I am Antonio Jose Monte Alto and I will be discussing case analysis number one. I will be discussing case 5.1 regarding the Auto Assembly Automobile Alliance and the Classic Cruisers and Family Thrill 6. For letter A, formulate and solve a linear programming model to determine the number of family thrill seekers and the number of classic cruisers that should be assembled. The profit per unit is $3,600 for the family thrill seeker. For the classic cruiser, it's $5,400. Labor hours per 6 and 10.5. Labor available is 48,000. Doors used per family thrill seeker is 4, and for classic cruisers, it's 2. Door available is 20,000. So units produced, maximum demand is 3,500, and the total profit is 0. So for the solver, the set objective is total profit, set to the maximum, and for the changing variable cells, it's total units produced. For the constraints, it's shown already in the slide. For the units produced for the family thrill seeker, it's 3,800. For the classic cruiser, it's 2,400. So the total profit is $26,640,000. For letter B, the marketing department knows that it can pursue a targeted 500,000 advertising campaign that will raise the demand for the classic cruiser next month by 20%. Should the campaign be undertaken? So let's make a model for the family thrill seeker and the classic cruisers. We will use the same model we did for letter A. For letter C, Rachel knows that she can increase next month's plant capacity by using overtime labor. She can increase the plant's labor hours capacity by 25% with a new assembly plant capacity. How many family thrill seekers and how many classic cruisers should be assembled? So for the profit per unit, for the family thrill seeker, it's $3,600. For the classic cruiser, it's 5,400. And for the total labor hours per 6 family thrill seekers and 10.5 classic cruisers. So the total labor is 56,250, uh, greater than or equal to 60,000 labor available. For doors used per both family thrill seeker and classic cruisers, it's 4 and 2 respectively. For the door use, it's 20,000 doors, less than or equal to the available doors, which is 20,000. So for the units produced, for family thrill seekers, it's 3,250, and for the classic cruisers, 3,500. For the total profit, it's 306. I mean, $30,600,000. For letter D, Rachel knows that overtime labor does not come without an extra cost. What is the maximum amount she should be willing to pay for all overtime labor beyond the cost of this labor at regular time rates? Express your answer as a lump sum. For the normal scenario, it's $26,640,000. For with OT, it's $30,600,000. For the additional profit, it's $3,960,000. For letter E, Rachel explores the option of using both the targeted advertising campaign and the overtime labor hours. The advertising campaign raises the demand for the classic cruisers by 20%, and the overtime labor increases the plant's labor hour capacity by 25%. How many family thrill seekers and how many classic cruisers should be assembled using the advertising campaign and overtime labor hours? If the profit from each classic cruiser sold continues to be 50% more than for each family thrill seeker sold. So we will use the solver parameters displayed in the screen. Thank you. For letter E, Rachel explores the option of using both the targeted advertising campaign and the overtime labor hours. The advertising campaign raises the demand for the classic cruisers by 20%, and the overtime labor increases the plant's labor hour capacity by 25%. So for the total profit, it would be 32,400,000 dollars. For letter F, knowing that the advertising campaign cost is $500,000 and the maximum usage of overtime labor hours cost is $1.6 million. Beyond regular time rates, is the solution found in Part E a wise decision compared to the solution found in Part A? For the normal scenario, it's 26,640,000. For scenario E, it's $32,400,000. For the less ad campaign, it's minus 500,000. For the OT total cost, it's minus 1.6 million. For the scenario E, the gross profit is $30,300,000. For letter G, Automobile Alliance has determined that dealerships are actually heavily discounting the price of the family thrill seekers to move them off the lot. Because of a profit sharing agreement with its dealers, the company is not making a profit of $3,600 on the family thrill seeker, but instead is making a profit of $2,800. Determine the number of family thrill seekers and the number of classic cruisers that should be assembled given this new discounted profit. So the solver parameters is displayed in the screen. For the set objective, it's total profit set to the maximum. The changing variables are the total units produced, and the constraints are showed already. So the model for letter G, the units produced for the family Thrill Seeker is 1,875. For the classic cruiser, it's 3,500. And the maximum demand is 3,500. So the total profit is $24,150,000. For letter H, the company has discovered quality problems with the family Thrill Seeker by randomly testing Thrill Seekers at the end of the assembly line. Inspectors have discovered that in over 60% of the cases, two of the four doors on a Thrill Seeker do not seal properly. Because the percentage of defective thrill seekers determined by the random testing is so high, the floor foreman has decided to perform quality control tests on every thrill seeker at the end of the line. Because of the added test, the time it takes to assemble one family thrill seeker has increased from 6 hours to 7.5 hours. Determine the number of units of each model that should be assembled given the new assembly time for the family thrill seeker. So again, the parameters are shown in the screen. So, given the parameters set a while ago for the solver, the according to the model, the units produced, given the time constraints, it's 1,500 family trail seeker and 3,500 classic cruisers. So the total profit is $24,300,000. So for the last problem, the board of directors of an automobile alliance wishes to capture a larger share of the luxury sedan market and therefore would like to meet the full demand for classic cruisers. They asked Rachel to determine by how much the profit of her assembly plant would decrease as compared to the profit found in Part A. They then asked her to meet full demand for classic cruisers if the decrease in profits is more than $2 million. So, given the variables above, the units produced for the family trail seeker it's 1,875 and 3,500 classic cruisers. So the total profit is $25,650,000. So for letter J, Rachel now makes her final decision by combining all the new considerations described in parts F, G, and H. What are her final decisions on whether to undertake the advertising campaign, whether to use overtime labor, the number of family trail seekers to assemble, and the number of classic cruisers to assemble? For scenario F, it's $30,300,000. For scenario G, $24,150,000. For scenario H, it's $24,200,000. Ad campaigning is applied, OT is applied. 3,000 units of family thrill seekers are made, and 4,000 units of classic cruisers are made. Thank you for listening to my individual presentation of case analysis one. Thank you.